Whole collection, a little girl for your Sunday morning, selected by Vicki Peterson.
Don't you just feel better?
I do. Now, when you hear a song that's stuck in your head since you woke up, now is it still in your head? Or does it go away once you hear it?
I think once you've heard it, you've kind of been cleaned.
I like that.
Been cleansed.
I like that. Anything coming up with the Bangles or Vicki Peterson solo things
We've got some things coming up. First of all, the Bangles are going to be playing at the Whiskey A Go-Go on January 26th. It's the 50th anniversary of the Whiskey.
The 50th anniversary.
So we're celebrating all things
That's
Whiskey
the day
A
of
Go-Go.
the Grammys, right?
It is, actually. So
Amazing.
we figure we'll do, y'all go to the Grammys and then come by for the after party.
Catch the Bangles at the Whiskey.
Sounds good.
And we'll be doing, we're also going to be involved with the Wild Honey Benefit, thank you for reminding me, on March 1st.
That's right. They're doing what? Abbey Road and
Revolver.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, which we did that in February of this year. It was the most fun. It was just amazing. Also for a good cause. And then there's a Psycho Sisters record coming out in 2014, and that is me and Susan Cowsell, my sister and sister-in-law, my psycho sister.
Excellent.
And so, lots of fun things.
Well, thanks for coming and hanging with us. Don't go anywhere because there's lots of food and drink.
I'm not going anywhere.
And we want to also introduce everyone to the great Laurence Juber. Laurence Juber and his guitar.
Hello, Chris.
How are you, Lawrence? Good to see you.
Very good, thank you.
It was just a few weeks ago, I think I saw you.
That's right, yeah.
Lawrence has a great book, which I just read, coming out called Guitar with Wings. When can we expect that?
I think April.
April.
Yeah.
It's really good because not only did you write some great stories, but your photos are mind-blowing.
Oh,
I mean, just the rockestra, pictures of that, you never get to see any of that.
I had shoeboxes full of pictures that had never been published, so this was an opportunity. Yeah.
Wow. Introduce everyone to your lovely wife who's here. Introduce everyone to your lovely wife who is here.
Oh, yes. My lovely wife, Hope, is right here.
Hi, Hope.
Hello. I'm his lovely wife.
Hi. Hope, last time you were here, you told us, I guess it brought a tear to a lot of listeners' eyes about George Harrison. Could you share that again? Because we have folks that haven't, that don't listen every week. Tell that story again. You're on the spot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I really, really wanted to meet George Harrison, and Laurence happened to be in the studio working with him, and we made arrangements for me to go down to the studio to say hello. But I was also 9 months pregnant, and on the day of going into the studio, I instead went into labor. So
one or the other.
Yeah. So I was like, no, can't happen. I have to go to the studio. But alas, I needed to go to have the baby. So I went and delivered Ilse. And I was kind of frustrated when Laurence was saying, "Hey, bye, honey. I got to go to the studio work with George." Okay, well, I'll just stay here with the baby. And then as I was sitting there in the hospital holding Ilse, the phone rang, and it was George. Oh. And he said, "I just would love to meet you and the baby. So as soon as you have an opportunity, come down and we'll say hi." And so Ilse was 3 days old, and we took her to a recording studio. And George came out and lifted her out of the car seat, the baby seat, and he began to dance around the studio with her. He was waltzing, and we just stood back, and he was just holding her and talking to her, and it was just a magical, amazing moment. And at the end, he came over and he whispered something to her and touched her forehead and handed her back to me. And I said, well, what did you say to her? And he said, well, I was just enjoying this new life and dancing, and I decided that I would like to give her the gift of music, and so I did. And it was an incredible thing, and it took.
I love that story.
Yeah, it really took.
It really took, right?
I mean, last week she had a co-write with Max Martin, if you know songwriting. Yeah,
wow.
That's a big deal. So.
Right.
She's on her way.
Just came up.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, you can attribute that to George Harrison.
Yes.
Wow.
And she actually has inscribed, she tattooed what he said to her in Sanskrit on her wrist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. We have to bring her in here.
And George gets a co-writing credit for life.
But after 50 years, it's okay.
I need my bell for these jokes.
Yeah.
Here, say that again, Peter. Okay. There you go. Okay. So, Lawrence, you want to play us a song?
Sure.
Marley? Oh, I'm sorry. Cosmo?
Fair play.
All right. Laurence Juber and his talking guitar on a Sunday morning right here, 95.5 KLOS, Breakfast with the Beatles.
So happy 30th.
Wow, thank you so much, Laurence Juber. The book, Guitar with Wings, in shop 2014. Laurence, thank you. Hang out, enjoy some food. We're going to take a quick break. Back with more guests. Stick around.